Hey everyone, and welcome to my lightning guide for Ardy Night Thieving. This one is going to be pretty settings heavy, but trust me, it's worth it. This method, you can get up to 250k XP per hour without even being in the same room. So, first off, I will run through some of the requirements you'll need to get started with this method. First thing I will mention here is that you do not need to join any friends chat. I know there's like thieving hosts and stuff you can use to do similar methods, but with this method, you do not need to join any FC. You don't need to have anyone else help you, unless you don't have access to a Zami Spear or Hosta. So the first set of requirements I'll go through are if you have low thieving requirements. So you do need 55 thieving to be able to pickpocket these Ardy Knights. That is boostable, but yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. If you really want to get the most out of this method at low thieving, you'll want to have a ton of dodgy necklaces and access to the advanced RCS spellbook for use of the Shadow Veil spell. I will demonstrate how to use that properly a bit later, but you'll need cosmic runes and lava runes to cast that. So I'll just change my spellbook over to that real quick, just so I can demonstrate that. Meanwhile, you will need that Zami Spear to use the spec to lure the Ardy Knight, so into a spot that you can kind of keep him there for hours on end. So it is also recommended if you're below 90 to bring some HP regen gear. So HP cape if you got it, regen bracelet definitely good, because you will be failing a lot if you're pre-90. Optionally, you can wear the rogue's outfit as well for a bit of extra GP. There's a guide on how to do that in the description. So let's head on back to Ardoin. So instead of all those crazy requirements and questing, you could instead just have 92 to 94 thieving. So I would recommend, if you're doing this method, to start at 91, 92, 93, 94 thieving, because your failure rate will be significantly less and you don't have to do all those quests and stuff. There is a link to a really awesome blackjacking guide, wink wink nudge nudge, in the description, where you can bridge that gap from 55 to 91 with minimal effort. You still do need the Hostile Spear, but you'll be failing significantly less, so it's just, you don't need that Shadow Veil spell, and you don't really need the HP gear either. At 95 thieving, you should stop failing these pickpockets completely, making it super mega AFK. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, settings. There are a lot of them, so pay attention. First off, if I can get these settings closed, our handy dandy stretched mode is very good, just for making things a little bit bigger. You do want to set up a screen marker as this top left most thing. I already have one set here, but I'll just create a new one. You can just click on the item, just drag an item to the top left and confirm, and that just sets the marker there in the top left. So you'll need that. Set up your spellbook filters. So you want to hide the combat spells, hide the teleport spells, and hide the spells that you don't have the runes to cast. It should look like this in the end. So you just have the Shadow Veil there in the top right, or top left, sorry. If you're on Windows, which I believe most of you are, you can take your AFKing to the next level by enabling MouseKeys. If you are unfamiliar with MouseKeys, I'm not going to go super into detail on it. I'll just put a link in the description. Basically just lets you use your numpad on your keyboard to click instead of using your mouse. That is allowed by Jagex, there's no issues. You're not going to get banned if you do that. If you're using MouseKeys, we'll also do some key remapping so that we can go full on recliner mode. So there's a key remapping plugin. First, you want to check your keybinds. So what we're interested in here is the inventory and the spellbook. So we'll go into settings here. You want to map your inventory. So I have F2 to the right arrow key, and you want to remap your magic spellbook to the up arrow key. You can change these back after you're done thieving, but this is what you want to have for the most AFK kind of stuff possible and least amount of movement from your hand. And lastly, we will want to start off on using the left click where available NPC attack option, just so that we can kind of get the knight set up. And believe it or not, that's all you need for settings. So what we want to do here for the setup is find the Ardy Knight that's kind of hanging around this area. Let's see if I can find him. I did mark him. I tagged him blue. And he's nowhere to be found, which is really convenient for creating video. Oh, he's all the way over here. Okay. So, I'm just going to attack him. Get him out here. Of course, he's going to get blocked by the plate body lady. And you're going to come all the way up here. Open this door. And this line here is the furthest he can go north. So just gonna let him attack you, and this is where you need to use your Zami spear specs. Whack him. Whack him. Alright, so now he'll just wander back on over to these two spots, which he cannot ever leave from again. Now is a good opportunity to change your NPC attack options to hidden, so you're not attacking him when you left click him. Let's give this guy a minute or two to just go ahead and get to his spot, and there he goes. So you're going to set up your inventory like this. You want to zoom all the way in and kind of just position it so that his head is on this green square. So now's when you're going to use your keys. So you should have your kind of middle finger on the 5 key for clicking, and then your thumb on the arrow keys for closing and opening interfaces. So you can just start spam clicking the 5, and you are going to get these coin pouches. You can hold a maximum of 28 of them in your inventory. Just keep on spam clicking, and if you're using the shadow veil, you can kind of do the same but with the up arrow. And you just repeat this for 6 hours in a row until you log out. You can get up to 250k XP an hour. Like I said, you don't even need to be in the same room. It's just doing the same process. Just make sure you close your coin pouches every once in a while, and you're good to go. Alright, that's all I have for this guide. I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned a lot. I know this is kind of a lot of setup, but definitely worth it because it's very, very, very AFK. Leave a comment and a like if you liked the video, and I'll talk to you again soon.